Yes, what are we working on today?
My invention convention project.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot of lines of code there.
Yeah, basically what I'm trying to do is figure out how to implement these and get inputs from these controllers from like the triggers and like these and the thumbsticks and got what this was like the grass buttons down here, like
Yeah.
basically all the buttons, trying
Okay.
to get inputs. And I've done that, and then now I'm trying to separate the left from the right. So I'm doing that in these lines of code basically. If the event data dot source ID is equal to 2000, or I don't know how long, but is equal to that number, then that means it's the left hand always. But if it's equal to that number, then that means it's the right hand.
Okay.
So, then what I'm getting is if the press type is like selecting, which is basically this one, like if it's selecting, then I haven't written any code for it. I've just put like select or something. And then if it's a grasp, which is this one right here, then it's just grasp. And then menu, which is the menu button right there.
Oh, okay.
Then it's like that. And you can also, and then thumbstick, so you can push the thumbstick down a little. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, I didn't know that you could actually push down. So it's
Yeah.
got.
So you can push the thumbstick and
Okay.
like it makes a little
Yeah, it's
click.
like a click. Okay. All right.
And you can push the touchpad down.
Okay.
So it's getting if those are pushed down on this, and it also does it for the left hand. And then so this is just
So you're assigning all those functions basically to that device. Okay.
So now it tells me whenever something happens, it tells me what it is and how it's happening. Basically.
And this is going to make the game that you already coded work in the whole 3D thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to export the Unity game like into a 3D mode or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then these are the control functions that you're coding for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the future, I'm gonna make this like trigger do something, and I'm gonna make this when you push it down, it'll make you run, and when you just don't push it down, it'll make you walk.
Okay.
So, and then I don't know what I'm gonna use for this. I might not even use it.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the grasp for something too. And then down here is when this function gets for when either this when this is getting moved around or when this is getting moved around.
Right.
And so, well, right now it's just saying if the press type, if it's not really getting moved around and nothing really happened and this function was just thrown accidentally or just passed accidentally, then it'll just return nothing and it won't continue with the code. But if it is the thumbstick, so if it's this thing,
right,
then it will test if it's left or right, as I showed you before, like 2002 or to whatever 2 to whatever 3.
Okay.
So left, and then basically here it's saying if the event data.position.y, so the up and down axis,
right,
if that's less than negative 0.8, so down, all the way down is -1, all the way up is a +1.
Okay.
So if the y is less than negative 0.8, and the absolute value of the position of x is less than 0.3, so this can't be like too far, it can't be like this, or else it won't allow it to go, because this is more than 0.3, the x value.
Okay.
The x is like left to right.
Right.
And it's math.absolute. It's absoluting the value, so if it's like over here, then it'll bring it over here. I mean, it will still work. And then it's doing the same thing, just backwards, so if it's greater than 0.8, then it'll go forwards, and then it switches the axes around. So if the x is less than negative 0.8, so if it's all the way to the left and it's not too far up or down, then it will go left. But if it's all to the right, and it's not too far up and down, it will go right. And then it's copied with the other. It's copied to the other controller too.
Okay.
And then so this one's the touchpad. So this part.
Right.
So, and it says it's testing if it's left or right too. And, then it's checking if it's doing basically the same thing. Like, it's checking if the position.y is less than 0.8, so it's at the bottom. And if it's not too far to the left or right, then it will go backwards. And same for the front. And for the left and right, it's the same as, like, up here.
That's cool. And you did this all on your own? Like, there wasn't a video to watch or a tutorial or anything for this 3D coding, was there? No, it was
documentation, and I had to try and put together other code. Like, this all together came from probably 4 scripts, and then I had to figure out how to separate left and right from each other myself.
Nice.
So.
Well, very good. Okay. I look forward to seeing the game implemented. Have you tried the game out yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, okay, but you've tested these functions in the 3D thing already? Okay, good. All right, that's cool. All right. Thanks, buddy.